How's it guys? Welcome back to FX Rhapsody. Today we're doing analysis again on two currency pairs. It's going to be the British pound, Japanese yen, and we're also doing the US dollar, Japanese yen. Before we hit the charts, go visit my website, bottom left corner, where you can find some nice resources regarding trading. My previous videos, previous analysis. There's some nice strategies on there as well, especially for those of you that's starting out on trading. Go visit. There's some nice video categories on how to get started. We're also doing COT reports, or using the COT reports when I do my analysis. So under the resource tab on my website, you can download the COT reports for free. I update it every week. Okay, so let us hit the chart. So what we're going to do is, like we always do every weekend, top-down analysis. We're starting from the daily, moving down to the hourly time frame. We're starting off on the British pound, Japanese yen. Daily time frame, what we can see is just, consolidation. Price is consolidating towards the end here, so we're expecting some type of a movement down, but also this is heading towards the end of the month, so this is quite quite regular for any currency pairs, just to decide which way price is going to head towards the next month. So let's see if there's any breakout of this area over here, this little section, and then we're going to catch those movements. Going down to the 4-hour time frame. Okay, there we go. So what we can see is a nice little, there was a nice little downtrend that was formed on the 4-hour, right about there. As you can see, nice little downtrend on this trend line. Then we saw price breaking, and it's just, following this trend line downwards. So if you are a swing trader, you could have caught a nice little sell opportunity. Where was that? If you take your Fibonacci from that swing high to that swing low, I'm just going to do that. So there's going to be your swing high, your swing low, price coming, retracing back to the 62% area, which is around about there. Nice little sweet entry where you could have caught a nice little amount of pips on the sell downwards, around about 100 and odd pips. But currently, again, like we saw on the daily time frame, price is consolidating in that area. Let's look on the 4, or move down to the 4-hour. I'm just going to zoom out a little bit. And then we're just going to look at this area over here. I did do a analysis on this. Well, not analysis, but I did make a video on this. And for those of you that missed this video, I'm just going to quickly show you guys what happened here. So we ended off last weekend with this analysis, and I was talking about those two areas in the market. So I'm just zooming in a bit. And I was saying we're going to just, react to when price breaks those areas. So what happened was price went up and then made a breakthrough down there. So if you took your Fibonacci from this swing high over there to that swing low, okay, we had a swing high, swing low, you could have caught a nice little sell entry over here downwards. Okay, so that's a nice little sell entry that you could have caught. Then price moved up again. Just going to take this out, sorry. Then if you missed that area, so let's take out all of this. So if you missed that, price created a nice fair value gap in between these two candles, right around there. Sorry, I'm just moving quickly through this because, like I said, I did do a video on it. It will be in my description. So just go watch that video on 2 entries that I caught, or that was available. So price going down, going up again into that fair value gap. And then what we did was we took a Fibonacci, just to get that halfway mark, because that's how you get your entries if a fair value gap is nice and big. So you take your Fibonacci, do the halfway mark on there, and then that's a nice little entry that you could have caught for a nice little another sell downwards. Okay, where did price go to? Price headed towards a fair value gap that was at the bottom here, right around there. There we go. So fair value gap between these two candles. As you can see, price, hunting that area on the fair value gap. Then the week carried on. So we saw another movement up and then down again to that entry, and then price moving up. So what we see now currently is, again, like we saw on a daily time frame, it's just consolidating. So I'm just going to have a nice little area that I'm going to be focusing on for this week coming. So I'm going to be looking at this low. Any break of structure below this, we're going to react to. And then any break of structure above this high, I'm going to react to. So these are the two areas, nice and big. So let's have a look at see what price is going to do, if it's going to break above that or below that area. Looking at the COT reports, we're looking at British pound first, as we're looking at British pound versus Japanese yen. We can see the British pound is getting stronger, meaning longs and shorts closed was open in the market like previous week, but more longs than shorts. So that net position is getting a little bit smaller. It went from a negative. You can actually see here from a negative 80,000, it's down to a negative 20, let's call it 28,000. So you can see this movement upwards, and that's a result. That's also the result of why prices. Let's just first do the Japanese yen so we can have a look here. Japanese yen went from a negative 110,000, still at a negative, or went down all the way to a negative 25, now up again to a negative 38. So what's happening? Longs are being opened in the market, but more shorts are being opened. So you get this nice little dip. Okay, so we have a reaction of prices consolidating here. So Japanese yen getting strong, Japanese yen getting stronger, pushing price up, and then British pound getting stronger, pushing price up. So, you know, pushing price down, Japanese yen, pushing price up, British pound. So you get that consolidation effect, you know, where price is just, you know, in that zone. So let's have a look at those two areas and see where price is going to be breaking out. Let's move on to the next currency pair, which will be your US dollar, Japanese yen. Again, just starting on the daily time frame, just moving down to your 1 hour. So zooming in on a daily time frame, you can see that this area has been broken in the market. Nice little structure. That was a previous high. So as you can see, price coming up, going down, going up, creating a high over a low here. So it's a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher, and then over here it's a lower low, lower high, lower low, and breaking that structure there, creating another lower high. So we will see again, just if you look at the bigger picture, it is also still just a little bit in consolidation. So it's not taking out those big lows and big highs. Yes, there was a low that was been taking out over here, as you could see. Okay, but then price going up, and there's that high is still intact over there. So let's have a look and see what price is going to be doing on the Japanese yen. As we just saw in the COT reports, just go visit that area again so we can just be sure. So again, price going up in, or the Japanese yen getting stronger, as we can see this on this over here. We can see this line going up and then making that little dip, and that's the effect, because if Japanese yen gets stronger, you know, it will push price down, and as you can see, this happened. And then now British pound getting weaker again against the US dollar, so price going up. All right, so that's the effect that we're seeing from the COT reports. Moving down to the 4-hour time frame, let's have a look here. Okay, we're going to just focus on this little area that we saw on the daily time frame. That area was broken in the market, okay, right about there. So if you caught, or you could have caught a nice little entry, taking your Fibonacci from that swing high, swing low to that swing high, swing low to that swing high. The swing low over here, that's where price broke that structure, and as we could see, price retracing, you know, to that 62%. It basically touched it, and then it started moving upwards. So if you did catch that little entry, you know, you could have had a nice little, what's at 170 odd pips move to the upside. But now price is just consolidating in that area. So moving down to the 1-hour time frame, let's have a look at what's happening there. Okay, just zooming out a little bit. Let's zoom out to where we were last week. So last week we were talking about this area that I was saying I'm going to be focusing on. Was it this area? It was just the one above that, sorry. Right about there. There we go. Okay, we were talking about that line over there. And then we were talking about, so price went up and it created that little high over there. So the week started off breaking that area, you know, pushing down through it, going up again. Then it created this high, as we can see, and that's also going to be our focus on for this week as well. So price creating that high and then coming down again, breaking the structure over here. Okay, it broke that structure, as we could see. Price going down, going up again, just touching in that big fair value gap, like we saw there, right about there. You see how price gets drawn to that area and then just hovering and eventually breaking through that. So I just want to show you a little entry that you could have caught on this area. So as price went from a high to a low, it broke that area and then it came up and then it made a retest. So this little break and then move and retest, you can take your Fibonacci from this low to that high. Just going to take out that. Let's just do that. Let's just take out all these little ones. Let's just take out that. Didn't like too many lines on my chart. You know, the cleaner the chart, the better you can read it. So you take that low to that high. So as you can see, swing low, swing high, price going down into the 62% area. Guys, this Fibonacci is just, you know, do not throw it away. Start trading the Fibonacci. You'll make a lot of, you can say a lot of money, but you'll make some pips. Okay, so look there, 100 pips up. As you can see, price going up, and then price started going down. Because if you traded this, if you traded that movement, you know, your exit point would have been obviously your fair value gap, because price going down, going up into that fair value gap, retracing back to, and then just moving up again into that fair value gap. So you could have caught a nice little sniper entry up there. Okay, so again, where we're going to head off, or what we're going to be focusing on this week, is also going to be a nice big area in the market. So we're going to be looking at that low over here. Okay, that's going to be the low that we're going to be focusing on, and then obviously that high. So price is in between these two areas. So we will have to look and see where price is going to be breaking out. And then from there on, we're going to catch the entries. So guys, that's all from my side. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, don't forget to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, notification bell. There's definitely more analysis coming your way this weekend. And guys, I hope you've been having a wonderful weekend. Stay safe and happy trading, guys.